Welcome back everyone to today's video. We're going to be having a look at the weather for the next couple of weeks and also the chance of a little bit of winteriness over some parts of the country over the next couple of days. Thanks everyone for tuning in. No, I haven't been posting too much lately, been quite busy. I'll try to get going a little bit more often now. But without any further ado, we are going to Ooh, we're going to get straight into this. Sorry about that, everyone. So, 1 minute. We're going to have a look at the strat first. I didn't want you hearing me cough, so I'll just pause the recording. We are currently looking like this in the stratosphere. We have had a technical SSW sudden stratospheric warming, and we now reversed the solar winds yesterday morning, and they're now deeply in reverse for the time being. As we run through, you can see we have got a split of the polar vortex taking place as well. So really, the best SSW, anything you can ask for with an SSW. Then we get secondary warming, even stronger over Siberia, pushing into the pole, probably reversing the winds to a record-breaking level, even lower than the first one, keeping us split, and the winds stay reversed, the solar winds, probably around minus 30 to 50 there. We continue a little warming over the top. The polar vortex is basically done. And that's what we're looking like at the end, with another warming gathering pace over the Balkans and Central Europe. Central and Eastern Europe. Right then, that was a bit of a mouthful. Let's get into some chart data. 1 second, I need to pull up DCMWF charts. 1 second. Okay, let's continue. So, first of all, we're going to have a look at the GFS operational. High pressure is the yellows, oranges and reds. Low pressure is the blues, the greens, blues and purples. We currently got high pressure sitting to the north and west. We got a trough over Europe and we're bringing the winds in from the north. Quite cold and wintry at night time if you get some heavy showers. We're going to continue the wind coming in from the north and then into the east. We're going to topple that ridge over. We're going to be going quite dry and quite warm before we go a bit more unsettled from the Atlantic and a bit stormy as well. The rain will return after the sunniest start to March since 1996. Then we go a little bit colder from the north and northwest, and maybe some signs of blocking appearing, maybe responding to that SSW, which is quite interesting as well. ECMWF. Midnight run once again with that high pressure toppling over the country. Look quite warm. We do get more stormy and settled from the Atlantic. And really we do start getting a bit more spring-like by the end, looking very mild by the end, bringing up some very warm upper air temperatures. Unlike what we are currently in now. The air that we're in now is quite cold, but it's not freezing. That's why we are not seeing temperatures as low as 3 in the day. We're seeing them up to like 10 in some places. Let's go to Birmingham. This is the 850 HPA upper air temperature and precipitation anomalies for Birmingham from now to the 28th of March. The red line, thick red line, is the 1991 to 2020 average. We are currently sitting below that, and that'll bring the CET down, Central England temperature. Then we have got a lot of scatter, some going quite cold, some quite warm, some quite cold. And overall, we look a bit mixed and quite average into the 2nd of March. And it looks uncertain what is going to happen. Quite dry once again for Birmingham until around midway, late into the month, when we start to see a little more movement happening with precipitation. Snow row for Birmingham looks like this. We have got a couple of snow spikes popping up over the next couple of hours and days. Maybe a shower and a light covering on the very high ground if you do get one overnight. Now let's have a look at the ECMWF charts. Oh, that's a bit small. That'll do. Right. So week 1 is 17th to the 24th of March. So week 1 looks like this. We've got high pressure sitting to the over the country and mainly to the east. Trough of low pressure cut off low, dropping down towards the Iberian Peninsula. And we got southeasterly winds, so quite mild and unsettled from the Atlantic. Temperatures based on that are quite warm, as you can see, and above average for the time of year. Week 2, which is the 24th of March to the 31st of March, looks like this. High pressure to the west and over Greenland, high pressure to the east and over Scandi, high pressure to the north, so high pressure everywhere. We've got a trough drop through the country. We're probably still quite mild, but I'm not really sure. It's a bit of a weird chart. Temperatures are still just above average, around average, just above. Week 3 looks like this. Now, week 3 is very interesting. Looks like we've got a response, tropospheric response to the SSW. High pressure all the way across the northern hemisphere, really blocked. We've got a trough of low pressure sitting below the country, winds are coming in from the east. Probably not too cold as the easterlies aren't as cold for the time of year. And there's not much cold air really getting through. Temperature anomalies are around average, probably going a bit cooler as well. Week 4 is the 7th to the 14th of April, and this is very interesting. We've got high pressure blocked to Greenland, Iceland, and Scandinavia. Low pressure drops south, bringing the winds in from the northeast, and now that's where it could be going colder, because we're more open to the cold air coming in from the northern areas. Upper air temperatures looking like that, around average. It's probably a little bit below, not much signal. And week 5, finally, 14th to 21st of April. April looks cold as well. Block into the north, low pressure drops in below, winds in from the east northeast, so still quite cold with that one. And upper air temperatures based on that, they say milder, but they will be colder. So that is quite interesting. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Actually, let's show you the GFS precipitation type, looking like this. So we do have some snow showers around just there. Then we do go milder, topples over. So let's look at the ECMWF because it's more high resolution. So you can see them snow showers pushing in quite widespread over tonight and tomorrow. Maybe a couple of dustings in places, especially on the high ground. A bit more prolonged snow there for the Highlands and Scotland, Northern England, before we start to go milder from the southwest. Okay, we are done. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.